গাইজ আজকে কি পারবে? মনে করো, তোমাদের কি মনে হয় আজকে কি আরএসকে ব্যাক আমাদের বাংলাদেশে কিন্তু রেড হক্স কি ব্যাক নিতে পারবে? কামব্যাক কিন্তু আজকে দেওয়াই লাগবে আমাদের, নাহলে কিন্তু আমরা কিন্তু টুর্নামেন্ট থেকে বাদ পড়ে যাব। সো তোমাদের কি মনে হয় যে আজকে আমাদের রেড হক কি কামব্যাক দিতে পারবে? সবাই একটু কমেন্ট করে জানাও দেখি কে, তোমাদের কাছে কি মনে হয়। আর 3 মিনিট পরে কিন্তু আমাদের টুর্নামেন্ট শুরু হয়ে যাবে। সো এখানে একটা কিন্তু আমরা খুব চিন্তায় পড়ে গেছি যে কালকে কিন্তু আমাদের খেলা খুবই বাজে হয়েছে। তো এই মুহূর্তে আমাদের একটা কামব্যাক দেওয়া কিন্তু অনেক অনেক বেশি ইম্পর্টেন্ট হয়ে গেছে। তো এখন কি মনে হয় তোমাদের, আমরা কি কামব্যাক দিতে পারবো? তোমাদের কি মনে হয় আমরা কি কামব্যাক দিতে পারবো? আর 3 মিনিট আছে, 3 মিনিটের মধ্যে কিন্তু আমাদের টুর্নামেন্ট শুরু হয়ে যাবে। টুর্নামেন্টে শুরু হওয়ার সাথে সাথে কি ম্যাচ শুরু হয় কিনা সেটা দেখার বিষয়। টুর্নামেন্ট শুরু হওয়ার সাথে সাথে ম্যাচ স্টার্ট হবে কিনা এটা সন্দেহ, না হওয়ার চান্সই বেশি। আমি ব্ল্যাক স্ক্রিন করে রাখছি ম্যাচটা, অ্যাকচুয়ালি এখন টুর্নামেন্টটা শুরু হয়নি। আর 2 মিনিট আছে, 2 মিনিট আছে, তো 2 মিনিট শুরু হয়ে শেষ হলে আমরা কিন্তু টুর্নামেন্টটা মানে লাইভ স্টার্ট করতে পারবো। লাইভ কিন্তু স্টার্ট করে দিয়েছি অলরেডি। এখন জাস্ট খালি আমি স্ক্রিনটা দেখাইতে শুরু করবো। সবাই একটু লাভ রেটগুলো দিয়ে দিবা, যারা এখন লাইক দিচ্ছ না একটু লাইক রেটগুলো দিয়ে দিবা। টুর্নামেন্ট কিন্তু আমি একদম পুরো কিন্তু 5 আজকে 6টা ম্যাচ কিন্তু আমি এই চ্যানেল থেকে কিন্তু ব্রডকাস্ট করব। সো সবাই থাকবা চ্যানেলে, ঠিক আছে? 3,400 মেম্বার। জাদু মন্তর হা মন্তর হ্যাঁ রোজি রোজি। আর কিন্তু 1 মিনিট বাকি আছে আমাদের, 1 মিনিট 2 মিনিট বাকি আছে। তো 2 মিনিটে শুরু হতে হতে আমরা ওয়েট করি। তো গাইস আমাদের কিন্তু 6টা 15 বেজে গেছে, এখন কিন্তু টুর্নামেন্ট স্টার্ট হওয়ার সময় শুরু হয়ে গেছে। যে কোনো মধ্যে টুর্নামেন্টটা কিন্তু আমাদের স্টার্ট হয়ে যাবে। আমরা একটু অপেক্ষা করি। হুম। গাইস শুরু হইতেছে না কেন? মানে কি মনে হইতেছে শুরু হয় না কেন ভাই? শুরু হইতেছে না কেন? সবাই একটু কষ্ট করে লাভ রিয়েক্ট বলতেছেন, তো লাইক গুলো দিয়ে দাও, যারা লাইক দিতেছো লাইক দিয়ে দাও। চারজন দেখতেছো, সবাই একটু কষ্ট করে লাইক দাও, যারা লাইক দিতেছো একটু লাইক দিয়ে দিবা। টুর্নামেন্ট কিন্তু কিছুক্ষণের মধ্যে শুরু হয়ে যাবে। চারজন দেখতেছো, সবাই একটু কষ্ট করে লাইক গুলো দিয়ে দাও। টুর্নামেন্ট কিন্তু কিছুক্ষণের মধ্যে শুরু হবে। শুরু হয়ে গেছে গাইস। গাইস টুর্নামেন্ট কিন্তু শুরু হয়ে গেছে। সবাই দেখো, মজা হবে লাইভ আজকে। আজকে কি মনে হয় তোমাদের, কি রেড হক কি আমাদের কামব্যাক দিতে পারবে? বাংলাদেশের টিম যারা রিপ্রেজেন্ট করতেছে বাংলাদেশকে। হুম। বাংলাদেশ গেম খেলে, গেমের টুর্নামেন্ট খেলতে গেছে আমেরিকায় 12 কোটি টাকার। দেখলে একটা মানে একটা প্লেয়ার, একজন একটা প্লেয়ার 4 কোটি টাকা পাবে ভাই। সবাই লাইক করে দাও, লাইক করে দাও, যারা যারা লাইক করতেছো না লাইক করতে হবে। এটা কি ভাই, ট্রফি নাকি এটা?
We're about to enter one of the habitat, the hibernation area of one of the pro players for Free Fire Esports World Cup. Let's go in. It looks like they are not here. What a beautiful nest. Well kept, I can say. So we can know that one of the players for Free Fire is a very
এখানেটাতে তোমার
a very neat
ফ্রি ফায়ার প্লেয়াররা থাকে যারা টুর্নামেন্ট খেলতে গেছে তারা হচ্ছে এই জায়গায় থাকে
is very clean, very straight. This is maybe the observation area where they could observe the kingdom of stone here in Riyadh. What a magnificent view.
এখানে হইতাছে ওরা থাকে
The creme de la creme, the survival area of the habitat, the pantry. Our pro players cook their meal. So quite civilized, I could say. And a fridge, I do not dare to open. we might not know what unknown beholds behind this fridge.
We're gonna move over into the player lounge to see the players truly take a break in their natural habitat. Come on. We gotta be very careful to not distract the players from truly taking a long break. Keep in mind, competition is always going to be tough, mentally taxing. So therefore, with only the best that can be provided for them, they won't take anything lower than suboptimal. Coffee, caffeine, everything a player needs to keep them energized, tough, and most importantly,
মূলত কালকে তোমাদের টুর্নামেন্টটা ওরা খেলতে খারাপ কারণে না এখানে ওদের টেম্পারেচার আর বাংলাদেশের টেম্পারেচার এক না এই কারণে এটা আমাদের খেলার মধ্যে কিন্তু ঝামেলা হয়ে গেছে ওইদিকে অনেক ঠান্ডা যে কারণে হাতটা জমে গেছে খেলাটা ওঠেনি আজকে দেখি কি করে আজকে কিন্তু যাবে যে ওরা রেড হকরা যাবে কিন্তু আজকে যে আমাদের বাংলাদেশের প্লেয়াররা যাবে কিন্তু আজকে যে টেম্পারেচার সাথে
At least
হাফকে একটা কামব্যাক দিতে দেখা যাক কি হয় অনেক ভালো ভালো প্লেয়ার কিন্তু আমাদের টিমে আছে ঠিক আছে স্লিকার পুতুল নাজেদ ভাই they are damn good.
Whether you're a mobile gamer, a PC gamer, or even a console player, everything is provided here for the player lounge for all of their needs to make sure that the competitive level always stays at its highest peak. Look over here, we've got our PC segments, 2 rows of PCs. We've also got one of our hosts over there trying to
জায়গায় ওদেরকে সব ধরনের ফ্যাসিলিটি দিচ্ছে যে ফ্যাসিলিটির মধ্যে আছে দেখো ডাবল পিসি রো গেম খেলতে পারতেছে
and right here
মেন্টাল প্রেসার জন্য একটা গেম খেলতেছে এখানে দেখো কত ভাই টিভি আছে এখানে ভাই পুরো মেন্টাল পিস পাওয়া যাবে যেন প্লেয়াররা এখানে রিল্যাক্স করতে পারে মাইন্ড ফ্রেশ করতে পারে এটাই অ্যাকচুয়ালি বলতেছে যে
time here and be very very careful and very very sneaky. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I gotta get out of here. I'm in grave danger. I think the players have caught on to what I'm doing. I gotta go.
No animals, nor players, nor hosts were harmed during the shooting of this video.
ও ভয়ে পালাই গেল যে ও এখানে ভিডিও করতেছে জানা না দেখা এখানে
ผมมองว่าทุกประเทศเท่ากันหมดเลยครับคือมันวัดกันในหน้าเกมอย่างเดียวเลยว่าแบบว่าใครจะแบบเหนือกว่าก็คือแบบเหมือนแบบจุดมากกว่าครับในเกมผมว่าสกิลเพย์ทุกประเทศเท่ากันหมดเลยก็พอดีว่าในประเทศของผมก็ส่วนใหญ่เขาจะเล่นแต่พวกฟรีไฟกันครับก็เลยแบบเป็นที่มาที่แบบต้องเหมือนเล่นตามเพื่อนประมาณนี้มากกว่า
ভাই আজকে কিন্তু কামব্যাক দিতেই হবে ভাই কামব্যাক কিন্তু আজকে আমাদের বাংলাদেশের টিমটা দিতেই হবে সবাই একটু কষ্ট করে লাইক করে ফেলো
เราเยอะมากเลยแต่พอเข้ามาทีนี้ก็พี่เขาได้สอนหลายอย่างให้ก็แบบได้ปรับตัวเข้าหาได้ถูกครับทำให้ผม
আমি তো 4 মিনিট আছে 4 মিনিটের মধ্যে কিন্তু আমাদের প্রথম ম্যাচ স্টার্ট হয়ে যাবে বারমুডা ম্যাপে
ถ้ามองกลับไปนะผมว่าผมก็ยังอยากเลือกที่จะทำแบบนี้ครับก็ยังอยากแข่งอยู่อยากแบบเป็นผู้เล่นที่แบบแข่งไปนานๆเลยครับก็เอาแชมป์ไปฝากทุกคนให้ได้ครับ
সবাই একটু কষ্ট করে লাইক দিয়ে দাও যারা লাইক দিতেছ না একটু লাইক দিবে দাদুরা আর 3 মিনিট আছে 3 মিনিটের মধ্যে আমাদের ম্যাচ প্রথম ম্যাচ স্টার্ট হবে সবাই রেডি হও
And that wraps up day number 1 for Free Fire here at the Esports World Cup 2025. Falcons, of course, this team continues to dominate and showing us our new play style that most weren't expecting. With On Fire and as well as Peter, the defending champions from the original roster in EWC's Free Fire 2024, showing off that with anybody, they can reach the top. But with close rivals and close second place finishers, EVOS Divide looking to try and challenge it. In game number 4, we saw them overtake them with their very own Booyah. But that's not the only team I want to cover here today. We have got Team Vitality, who's currently still in a running, achieving a Booyah in game number 5. Pain Gaming during game number 6, showing that Latam can still bring the heat, being the only Brazilian representation to get a Booyah by the end of day number 1. Many C teams got a Booyah today, but Falcons ended on 98 total points by the end of day 1. And more importantly, our MVP of the day, EVOS Russia, with eliminations of 20, a total of 14,145 points. And of course, total assists of 9. This 16-year-old looks to shake up the Esports World Cup here of 2025 for Free Fire. But that's it. That's day number 1. We'll see you guys in day number 2.
I'ma get
Day 1 at the Free Fire at EWC 25 did not disappoint.
We're talking about 256,000 on the damage dealt, and that is some serious firepower.
350 eliminations across all maps. These players came to frag.
And it's not just a takedown. 107 on the revives just to keep the squads in it.
And glue walls, forget about them. 1,203 were destroyed. There's no hiding.
And that's just day number 1. Day 2 is about to get even crazier.
Yeah, because we are here in front of the Al-Qidiyah Esports Arena for the Free Fire at EWC 25, and it's about to begin. So let's go.
Hello survivors and welcome back to Free Fire at EWC 25. We are here for day 2 of the action here where we see Group B going up against Group C. That is right, we've got plenty more Free Fire action coming your way. But before we can jump into that, I do need to welcome my wonderful panelists that's going to be sharing all of their Free Fire knowledge with us here as we get ready for our matches. Introducing my beautiful panelists, we've got Raja, Gideon and the wonderful Neptune. How y'all feeling today for day
এই মায়েরা রানছে কি করতে ভাই মায়েরা কি বুঝে
Excited as I was yesterday, and it's a pleasure to be with you guys again. I like to mention that like every time because I'm loving making part of the show, and I'm so excited to see how it's going on today.
I guess it's a similar situation for everyone, especially what happened yesterday. There's a lot more that will be in store with Group C being introduced.
Yeah, I think that, you know, after day number 1 with groups A and B being so explosive and nobody really wanting to back down, some maybe trying to find their footing, I think B and C is really going to test the waters amongst everybody.
Obviously, folks. Now, we do need to have a quick look here at the format. Now, we are just
সবাই একটু কষ্ট করে লাইক দিয়ে দাও ভাই তোমার লাইক দিতেছ না কেন লাইক দাও
in the knockout
লাইক দিলে কি
stage.
কষ্ট
We
হয়
have 3 days of knockouts before we move on to the next stage. What we're looking for here, we're looking for the top 12. We want the best teams here at EWC before we can move on to that next stage. So basically, you kind of don't want to be bottom 6, right? That is the goal. That's the line. Do not cross that red line.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of teams that is in that boundary, but we'll still have to find out if they can perform, especially from those coming from Group B. And well, that is the beauty as well as the risk that we have right now in the current format because we only have 3 days for the knockout stage.
Yeah, there's not a lot of time left for these teams. So in terms of like trying to adjust on that fly, you got to come out of the gates with a good strategy and people start to figure it out midway. We got to make those minor tweaks that'll give us that competitive advantage.
So it's really fast. So teams that are not doing that good, they need to be like, they need to clock just to start and try to get inside of the top 12, right?
Yes, top 12 is the goal. You know, another goal, though, we actually have our Kidia plays ready to go. Let's have a look at our Kidia top plays from day 1 because we've only had 1 play day so far of Free Fire, but we had so many awesome matches, guys, so many awesome moments, and we're already starting to see these teams shine on their first play day.
Absolutely. I think Falcons have made a statement for themselves that they're here to win it again, being the defending champions with 2 of their original players. But big shout out to, you know, Evos Divine keeping it really, really tight. But I'm looking at you, Neptune. I know exactly what you want to talk about because Hot Shot, Red Hawks, they were putting up some numbers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really surprised, but I know they have my vote in terms of the underdogs really rising up, and I love how they performed yesterday. But I know Hot Shots will still be in the mix, and the Red Hawks will be resting. So hopefully, this is a time for them to learn a lot more because, again, I talk about this that they look like those coming from the Southeast Asian region, the movement, the strategy, even how they go for elimination.
Now, obviously, with those amazing plays, we had some wonderful reactions as well. Let's take a look at the Crunchyroll reactions from day number 1 here at Free Fire at EWC 25. Lots of handshakes, lots of high fives, lots of high energy, because if you don't have that on day 1, I kind of worry for you going into your second play day. But there are moments you can see, right? Not only happiness, sadness, maybe stress, disappointment. I mean, even though you're experiencing those negative emotions, Neptune, do you feel like sometimes you need those negative emotions to push you forward, to actually uplift you to the next level?
Well, at some point, yes, at that moment, you can just let go of those reactions, show it, and then just take it back. Because you need to be ready in the next match. Because some just hold on to it a little bit longer. And that's why we're seeing some of the teams fail match after match. But we have seen some of the teams, despite of being taken out early, they come back a little bit stronger.
I think that at least with professional teams and now esports organizations really taking into account, like sports psychologists, for an example, negative emotions, as long as it's channeled into the right places, can be utilized as fuel. Some obviously don't do as well with negative emotions, but others could really utilize it as motivation coming into the next game.
Now, speaking of, we are going to have a look at our overall rankings after the matches played from day number 1. Now, don't panic if your favorite team is at the bottom because
we are
going to be seeing the first play day for Group C, but teams in Groups A and B, they already had their first play day. Now, keep in mind, teams that are in Group B, today is their last play day. After completing their matches today, it is done. Their fates will now rest on the shoulders of teams in Group A and C when they play their matches tomorrow. Now, is anyone surprised Falcons is at the top? I don't think so.
ভাই রে ভাই টিম
Yeah,
ফ্যালকন ভাই
Team Falcons,
46
they just
এলিমিনেশন
want
ভাই
to
আমাদের দেখো
ramp
16 আর
up a
টিম
little
ফ্যালকন
bit faster. So just in case there's like
46
the
মানে
chances that
প্রায়
they
30 টা
group
কিলের
up
তফাৎ
against
ভাই
like Group C, they're already set, and we know that we have our eyes on some of the teams in Group C that is a little bit stronger. So like they just take advantage of the chaos.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? When we're looking at it mathematic-wise, obviously they are clearly above everybody else, but then you start to look at the middle of the pack and compared to the bottom sixth of the pack, how far is the discrepancy in terms of points? About 20 to 30 there. For any team within Group B themselves, this is their last chance
আজকে
to
যদি
play to
টপ
secure themselves a top
10 এর
6
মধ্যে
spot.
না থাকতে পারে তাহলে
Yeah,
ভাই
I totally agree. And I mean, I'm really surprised about Avos too. I think they are doing like an amazing job. They are playing really stable, so they can get like a bunch of eliminations, and they are really good at positioning inside of the safe zone. So I mean, I'm really surprised about them, and we are going to see them playing today again, right? Because they make part of the group B. So I'm excited, and I want to see how it goes.
Now, we are going to highlight Rasya from yesterday because he was our MVP. That boy, that man. Okay, you guys let me say boy. He had done a fantastic job, and that's day one. And it makes me wonder, I want to see his day two. I want to see him shine.
এই
And I
ছেলেটা
think the
MVP এর
goal
জন্য
for
তোমার
Rasya
ইয়া
for the team
পাইছে
really
এটা
is to bring EVOS
পুরস্কার
into
পাইলো
that
মাত্র
first place, because we have that ongoing rivalry at the moment where it's Falcons versus EVOS, and EVOS, they get so close, but the Falcons, they just come in and swipe the title away. Gideon,
MVP এর
I'm
জন্য
loving the
এটা পুরস্কার পাইলো
reaction.
সেই পুরস্কারটা এখানে দেখা গেল
I'm sorry, I was just looking at the screen. I didn't
Right,
realize
great.
that the MVP
ও
gets
অনেক
to
ভালো
get their
খেলছে
key
স্নাইপার
and
দিয়ে ভাই
bring it
যাই
up
বল
to the podium right at the stage, right? This is just again.
এটা
it's
এখান
an honor.
এখানে দেখো
Yeah, it's an
ভাগ্য
honor
ভালো
and it's
থাকলে
huge
ক্লিকার হতে
compliments
পারতো
to EWC for setting
দেখা
this
যাক
up
কি করে
and also
ম্যাচ
creating
ক্লিকার
the overall arc, being hey, we need this key, and eventually once you beat your competitors, you're going to be crushing it too.
Little fun fact about Rasya. I mean, though he's not part of the roster from last year because of the age
সবাই একটু
restriction,
লাইক দিয়ে
but
দিবা
he
যারা
was
এখন লাইক দিচ্ছ
here
লাইক
as
দিয়ে দিবা
well. So he
আর বেশিক্ষণ নাই
witnessed everything that
যে কোনো সময়ের
happened
মধ্যে
from
আমাদের
EWC
টুর্নামেন্ট শুরু হয়ে যাবে
24. And I guess
রেড হক
this is
কিন্তু
what
আমাদের
they-
11 নাম্বার আছে
the power, the energy that he is going through to be able to bring the team to that number one spot.
Now, moving forward, we do have our STC Club Championships update. So here's just a quick rundown of what has currently happened here for the Club Championship points. If there is a team that you are cheering for, take
সবাই
note
একটু
of
কষ্ট
where
করে
they
লাইক দিয়ে
are
দাও যারা এখন
currently
লাইক
on
দিতেছ
the
একটু লাইক দিবা
leaderboard,
দাদুরা যারা লাইক
because
দিতেছ একটু
they may
লাইক
go
গুলো দিয়ে
up,
দিবা
they may go down. The competition here at EWC is
পাঁচজন
still
দেখতেছো
relatively early, so
তাও
plenty of
তিনটা লাইক
points to
কমপ্লিট
go
করে দাও
around. But remember,
সবাই
the
একটু কষ্ট করে
key
লাইক গুলো দাও
points
দাদুরা
here is not just the points. You have to place top 8 in 2 titles before you are eligible. So if you can get those 2 titles, you're going to be in the running for that money. But Week 2 schedule here, folks. It's on the screen right now. Those games are currently ongoing along with Free Fire. But here is
Bhai
the
re
club
bhai.
pricing, so you guys can currently see where everyone is.
Millions of dollars on the line here. And this is all for the honor of the best esports organization in the world.
Guys, I don't even know what to do with this amount of money. I can even think. Probably I will buy like a car or like
You could buy
more
a
than
new
one
life.
car.
By 3 cars.
ভাই বড় এক
You can buy a new life. with that.
যারা বুইয়া করবে ভাই যারা জিতবে
actually
ম্যাচটা
that's
ভাই
true.
মানে টুর্নামেন্টটা
I would
জিতবে
like to have that money
ভাই
too.
বড় লোক হয়ে যাবে
Look at
রীতিমতো
the
বড় লোক
club
12 কোটি
championships,
টাকা ভাই
right? So far,
একটা
based
প্লেয়ার
on
4
what
কোটি টাকা করে
what
পাবে
I'm seeing, I'm hoping that
Damn,
Free
ভাই
Fire is going to be the game that shoots Falcons back up into the top of those standings and contests with Team Heretics and Gen G. Because even last year, when we were talking about like EWC's club championships, it was Free Fire that really
সবাই একটু করে লাইক
broke
দিয়ে
the
দাও
mold and set Team Falcons apart from everybody else.
Exactly. I mean, being in near the Falcons' nest, there's a huge chance that all that energy can bring them to that factor. So we'll have to see on what's happened.
I think I want to become a professional player to play in EWC the next year, maybe. I don't know if I have time for it. but I would like
মেয়েটাও
to-
ফ্রি
to
ফায়ার
do
প্লেয়ার
it.
ফ্রি ফায়ার খেলে সে
Hey,
চাইতেছে যে সামনে বছর সেও
I'm
টুর্নামেন্ট
just
খেলবে
saying, Women's
এটাই
League Free
বলতেছো
Fire, it needs to start sooner rather than later.
Ooh, that is a good idea. Now, it looks like we have the Jabal Motorsports player arrival cam set to go because the players are starting to make a move. Some of them are at the venue, and I do believe some of them
সবাই
are just
তোমার ইয়াতে
departing the
টুর্নামেন্টের জন্য
hotel.
খেলার জন্য চলে আসছে
So teams are getting ready to play. We are
যেখানে
looking
বসে
at
টুর্নামেন্ট
Group
খেলে ওই
B
জায়গায় চলে
and
আসে
C
সবাই
here. So if you're rooting for any teams
Where
in
is
Group
our
A, they
Red
will
Hawk?
not be playing today. They will be finalizing their matches
এরা কোন দল?
tomorrow. But There we go. Our play. You can already see talking, conversations. We're seeing some facial expressions as well. Definitely some nervousness, Raja.
They look more confident today. I saw like Fluxo walking and laughing, and I think
ভাই
that's
আমাদের
really
টিমকে
good
দেখায় না
because
ভাই
that's the energy that we want to bring inside of the game. We want to bring like our Brazilian energy. I think we missed this a little bit because Brazilian is not doing that good as we expected. But today we still have like Alpha 34 playing, and we have the debut of Los Grandes, which I'm really excited to see.
I'm actually really glad you brought that up because I kind of noticed for power rankings, we're going to talk about that later, but some of you guys are actually voted for LOS. And I do want to hear your thoughts on the team because we haven't seen them play yet.
মনে
But
আজকে
just a quick
আমাদের টিম
reminder,
কিন্তু
folks,
কামব্যাক
here
দিবে
are
এটা
our
আমার কাছে কেন
groupings.
মনে
So
হচ্ছে
it is B versus
Red Hackers
C.
কিন্তু
We've said
comeback
this
দিবে
multiple times, but we've got to let everyone know in case they came into the stream late. It is B versus C today. Teams in Group A, they will finalize their last matches tomorrow against Group C. But for Group B, last play day, last chance, and for some teams it could be do or
আজকে
die.
লাস্ট চান্স
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of teams right now who is currently on that A and B roster on that groupings, and like it's such unfortunate because some of the teams had great potential. Some of the teams right there had great potential. It's just probably luck or the chaos that day one has offered.
Yeah, I think that at least when these teams were initially being drawn into their groups, most would be like, I don't want to be specifically in Group B, right? Because you have the highest amount of pressure on you. You have to do well on day number one. You only have one day to kind of adapt. There is no break day compared to Group A. You play it, you test the waters a little bit. Group C is watching. And then on the third day, finally, all right, we can show what we have learned. And Group C is like, we've already seen everything.
Now I think it's time to reveal the Aramco power rankings for my panelists so we can see who are the favorites to win today's matches. Now across the board, we have Raja with LOS, RRQ and EVOS, Neptune with Buriram, EVOS and LOS, and Gideon with Buriram, Fluxo and EVOS. Now Raja, I want to hear your power ranking. Why did you pick these teams today?
Well, I will start with EVOS. I decided to pick EVOS because of the stable game, and RRK Kazoo because they finished the global finals at the second spot, so I think they will do an amazing job today. And Loz because they are really aggressive, and I think it's a Brazilian team that will match like it will really match with the play. The way the Asian players like to play.
Like a very fast, aggressive play.
Yeah, exactly.
Neptune?
Well, Buriram United, of course, every time they are in the mix, especially in knockout stage, there's always on top. EVOS Divine, how they performed yesterday, the consistency, I believe it's still on them. And similar to what Raja mentioned, Los Grandes is just so aggressive. I was glued on their grand finals before EWC, and I'm looking like a similar tactics from Southeast Asia.
Gideon?
Well, I think for me, I like stability, but I also want to see how things are going to break out, right? I mean, EVOS, obviously, they were playing safe, they were playing good, they were playing extremely stable, but now with the introduction of Group C, who has seen the play styles, whoever was in Group B, like Fluxo, for example, can really start taking advantage of what are their key points of success, of their routes, and not to mention their landing spots so that they can adjust as well. And of course, there's BRU. They're just, I mean, these Thai teams are always going to be nasty, and they always do really well during knockout stages.
All right, thank you, analysts. Now, it looks like we have put some content together for our wonderful viewers, especially for our Onyx fans. We have put together a special video showcasing their road to Riyadh. Let's see how their journey was making it to EWC.
Mungkin Onyx tahun lalu tuh gak ada, kurang persiapan aja. Jadi kita kesini tuh tahun kemarin tuh Onyx tuh kebanyakan main-main, gak fokus tujuan, itu aja.
Way too early, and now it's all up to Falcons and Bigatron.
Ya paling persiapan kita tuh cuman yang penting sehat aja badan. Paling kayaknya dari liga tuh kita kan kesusahan banget tuh karena ditabrak sama tim-tim lain. Dikarenakan kan tim kita tuh early-nya kurang tapi late game-nya ya lumayan lah. Ya kayak gitu deh.
Onyx Olympus is going to bring it home. Only one remains, and Onyx is 4-man strong with the booyah and the champion!
Onyx made history, becoming the first team from their nation to win the FFWS SEA Spring title. A booyah in Game 9 that shattered dynasties and silenced doubts.
Jadi di final tuh
Gak bocor Buya
enaknya
winner.
tuh tim-tim
Tournament
yang
winner.
kemarin nabrakin di liga tuh gak ada berani nabrak karena hasil dari scrim juga. Kita dari scrim menang-menang terus di early-nya.
Onyx Olympus, just the impossible. Can you believe it?
Untuk 18 tim semangat aja ketemu kitanya.
Onyx are ready and ready to play. They've basically got so much to gain for winning EWC, but we'll have to see in their first couple matches. Now, I have been informed we are almost ready to start the entire day, folks, so don't go anywhere. Match number 1 is just around the corner, but while that is all happening, we are going to go back to our Jamal Motorsport player arrival camera. It looks like the rest of the teams have finally made it to the venue. They are walking towards the stage and towards their battle stations. But whilst we get them all settled in, Gideon, I think we have to have a very important conversation about this grouping. Group B versus C. What's going to be the general consensus for the panel here? Do you think Group B is stronger or Group C?
I think the general consensus of not only us here, but also those online is that Group C generally should be the ones coming out on top, right? I think that Group B had an explosive day, number 1, obviously with some stable teams reaching those top 3s, but at the same time, when you're facing off against Group C and you look at some of the names and the clash of play styles, that's why I put Fluxo up there, right? In my power rankings, because I think this is more comfortable for them compared to other teams that are looking to not only just ram into you, I mean, obviously there's loss, but in general, most people are a little careful. They're not just going to be throwing bodies at you.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see though. We'll have to find out. But again, Group C is looks stronger because of historically Graham United, Los Grandes, the performance that they had, and they have history for EWC. 3 of the players are returnees. So it's just another day at work for this team, and I think they're going to rock it.
All right, panelists, thank you so much for joining me for this opening, because it looks like the opening ceremony is ready to go. It's day number 2 here at Free Fire EWC 2025. Let the opening ceremony begin.
Welcome to Free Fire at Esports World Cup.
बेहतरीन फीलिंग है ऑब्वियसली एक आप जब अपने कंट्री को रिप्रेजेंट करते हो एक वर्ल्ड में और जाहिर है उस चीज़ का आपको बहुत खुशी होती है और आप उतने ही कॉन्फिडेंस में रहते हो
ตอนนี้ก็คิดว่าได้แชมป์อยู่ครับบริษัทก็ทีมโหดๆเยอะครับก็ไม่ค่อยกดดันนั่นแหละเพราะที่นี่ก็เหมือนบ้านฟอลคอนครับ Ini kayak turnamen world kan, jadi kayak mimpi kita lah, mimpi untuk menjadi juara dunia itu ada di sini.
बस यही है कि अच्छा कंपटीशन है और उसको हमने आगे लेके चलना है
Right now, pushing forward towards Brox. Brox is down by against Diva. Conja from behind, and they got Brox. Booyah!
Sempre em todos os campeonatos que eu jogo, eu sempre me vejo ali levantando o troféu, saindo do palco, sendo campeão. Então acho que tipo, é o princípio de tudo, a gente chega pra sentar ali pra jogar. A gente já tem que sair imaginando a gente levantando o troféu.
Folks, with only 1 player left.
Oh, Conja is now down Vitality, bringing the pride of Indonesia. Pushing towards Team Com and KOD. Zed get by, but Dix goes down to Brox. Oh no!
Tahun lalu kita sempat gagal di peringkat kedua, tetapi tahun ini, di hari ini, di minggu ini, kita bakal pasti kasih yang terbaik. Kita akan pasti juara.
A gente vai ganhar esse troféu, a gente vai levantar ele. Enquanto eu torcer de todo mundo, vamos embora, hein?
แล้วเจอกันในวงสุดท้าย
Let's go, Buya!
এখন হইতেছে তোমার প্লেয়ারগুলো ঢুকবে
Survivors, welcome to day 2 of the knockout stage at the Esports World Cup 2025. Team Falcons are leading the standings, fighting to keep their crown as the reigning champions. But Evils is not far behind. They are hungry and they are chasing the #1 spot. And now the stage gets even bigger. Today we are gonna find and welcome the Group C to the arena. And new teams, new battles, and even more action coming in your way. Let's drop in and see who will rise above. It's time to introduce the teams competing today too, starting to Burira United. They just don't win, they dominate. The Kings of Booyah are back. Team Vitality! Booyah on day
আমাদের রেড হক কখন আসবে?
wild card game.
Let's go, bro.
Bit hard.
সবাই রেড হককে বেস্ট অফ লাক জানাই দাও জতুরা।
Movie star! Straight from Latin, R7 brings smart plays and deadly focus.
এক এক করে টিম আসতেছে। ভাই রে ভাই কি সেটআপ দিয়ে দিছে ভাই।
The boogman of ending game, Fluxo's hunt is only getting started. RRQ! A legacy of power from Indonesia, RRQ is built for the big moments. On it! Champions of Free Fire World Series Southeast Asia, Indonesia finals are here to crush the world.
Very cheera.
Esports! Paxton's finals are here just getting started.
এটা তো আঙ্কেল ভাই, এটা আঙ্কেল গেম খেলতে আসছে কি জন্য ভাই?
Alpha 34! No longer just a new blood, they are here to prove they belong. Core Memory Esports! Brands over panic, they are back to control the chaos.
এখনই আমাদের রেড হক আসবে, রেড হক।
Evils! The White Tigers step in again, ready to strike. Dragon Esports! They may be new, but they burn wildfire. They are ready to rise. The Free Fire World Series Brazil champs have arrived. They are here to prove why they wear the crown. The stage is set, the teams are ready, and the pressure is rising. It is time to kick off the fight and see who will take control. Because day 2 of knockout stage starts right now. Buckle up and let's hit the skies.
কে ভাই রেড হক কই?
Mungkin perbedaannya kalau Raser di luar tim gua mungkin gua sih ngerasanya gua lebih agresif aja daripada yang lainnya.
There is also one more difference. His age. Abai is the youngest on the squad.
Perasaan saya senang karena mungkin di luar sana banyaklah pemain-pemain yang lebih tua dari saya. Jadinya saya pengen lebih baik dari mereka.
Despite the age, he's not the one to be underestimated.
Kalau ngeremehin pasti adalah beberapa kan. Tapi mungkin kalau misalnya sekarang ya bakal gua buktiin sih ke mereka yang orang-orang kemarin yang pada ngeremehin gua.
Abai didn't wait for permission to become the MVP. He took it, racking up Predator and MVP awards in 2025 alone.
Kalau soal MVP mungkin gue anggapnya itu kayak penghargaan terhadap diri gue gitu. Gue bangga dengan diri gue, tapi yang gue cari itu adalah juara, bukan titel MVP.
RRQ brings the competition to an end.
Gue juga agak sakit hati gara-gara kemarin gue gagal juara dunia. Nah, di turnamen ini mungkin pembalasan untuk tim lu.
The youngest on the squad, yet the first to dominate the stage.
And there you have it, guys. Southeast Asia yesterday, hot streak, 5 games in a row before Pain Gaming decides to end it. My question is whether or not that end that Pain Gaming gave us, the last booyah, will be the catalyst for the rise for the Brazilian teams today.
Yeah, welcome to the day 2 of the knockout stage. You're here with Tash, Bani, and also me, Admats. We are coming in with Group C and welcoming Group. We're coming in with Group B and welcoming Group C in our day 2 bout. We see the likes of RRQ
আচ্ছা আজকে হচ্ছে রেড অফের খেলা নাই ভাই আজকে খেলা নাই
These two teams would likely dominate here on day number 2, but they have to remember there's also Buriram, LOS, Lost, Rainbow 7 as well as Dragons East.